time. That's why Grainger's Keep Stock services help you manage your inventory more efficiently, from basic labeling and scanning to secure dispensing machines, putting you in total control, often allowing you to buy less, making things seem, well, not so evil anymore. Contact your Grainger representative or visit Grainger.com/keepstock today. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn, along with the star of our show, the one and only Mr. Fred Dreyer.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael Horn. I see that you are strapped in.
I'm right here at the co-pilot seat, right next to you.
Yeah. All right, look at the altimeter and tell us how high we are.
74,097. Am I reading that correctly?
We're at 74,000 feet.
097. Is that correct?
I guess if you say it is. This airplane's been all over the place with you at the
Can't see
the
what's
helm
going on
here.
here.
Yeah. Anyway, we're flying high. We're ready
Very
to
high.
dive bomb the pernicious peddlers of the pornographic politic, ladies and gentlemen.
The air is thin up here.
And it is thin, and so is the thinking down below. 74,000 feet below us, there's people who are making decisions that it's as if they are in a oxygen vacuum. It's really unbelievable. What we're talking about is the bleed story in the Los Angeles Times last Thursday, January 24th. Military to lift ban on women in combat jobs. The operative word is combat jobs. And they want to make us feel as though that this decision is to free women to once and for all let women be equal to men in terms of equal pay for equal play and all of this. When in fact the one thing they don't talk about is that the consequence to this decision is going to bear fruit you're not going to like. And here's what it is. And just let me explain it real quickly. Again, I refer to my driver in Israel when I was there for 3.5 months, and when he talked about the hardship of what war was and what terrorism was and how they had to deal with it, and the heartbreak of not only losing people, young men to the war, but the heartbreak of seeing women, mothers, sisters, blown up and dismembered, killed. It hurts the culture. It hurts the society. It hurts the spirit of all of us together to see women put in that situation and to suffer the consequences of war. It's tough enough for men. You know, I'm all for women being able to do what they do. You know, my hero as far as a woman was Amelia Earhart. You know, she was as competent as anybody could possibly be. What else do you want her to be? Do you want her to bench press and squat 500 pounds? Do you want her, to run a 4.2 40? I mean, I don't know what we're expecting of women to do to prove, that they're equal to men. The fact remains is they are superior to men in several ways, but they are inferior to men when it comes to being able to be in combat and to handle the pressures that men have to handle. And the other thing else is nobody knows what the psychological ramifications are going to be when hundreds of women come back mutilated from wars. And it's not something that you want to look forward to. And the politic is telling you that this is acceptable because, after all, it's jobs that are opening up to people. This article, which I'm not going to belabor, has clips and little things in it that are like this. You've got the Panetta, who says the move opened up 14,000 new jobs to women, mostly in the Army and Marines. But putting a woman at company level or below required special permission, and combat assignments such as infantrymen are still prohibitive. Well, they should be prohibited, and they've been prohibited because the common sense and the reason was exactly addressing what I'm talking about. You can't put women there for a lot of the obvious, clear reasons. It's not because we hate women. We love women. It's one of the reasons that I scream so much at the women's group is because women are so great. Women are wonderful. I mean, there's two species on Earth, a man and a woman. Why would you hate women? Why would you want to put a governor on their futures as a gender or as individuals? You know, but you've got people like a T-Rex and Panetta and all these people saying this is a great idea. This is something it's been a long time coming. What, a long time coming that we haven't seen enough dead women come home? What are you talking about? You know, and I'm going to say this. You know, Daniel Pearl was an investigative reporter that was mutilated, chopped up, and beheaded. And I'm going to say something to you that's tough to say, but if Daniel Pearl, you know, was Danielle Pearl, the impact of what had happened to her would be completely different. And you know it to be true. You know it in your heart and your gut that it's different. You can't allow a woman to be put in a position where she's kidnapped, where she is tortured and raped, probably on camera, and have her beheaded, possibly on camera, and have that video, just like Daniel Pearl and just like all the other people that were handled, like Sheikh Khalid Mohammed, when he decapitated those people on camera and sent that out, and which we never got to see on the news because the news didn't want to say, oh gee, we're really up against an enemy, aren't we? You know, they kept that from us. They kept that ugliness from us. But once a woman is captured and raped on camera and abused like they would those soldiers, you're not going to be able to come back from that. You cannot allow that. You must protect as many people as you can. And I believe women have a great service to give, but being on the front line next to Bill and Bob and Jim, you know, while they fight a tank fight and a flamethrower fight and have to scramble for their lives and lift one another up and go through the hardships of what war is and saving one another's lives and saving each other's lives, let alone their life, you cannot allow that to happen. Your standards have to be, somebody has to stand up and say, which nobody did, not one Republican stood up and said, I disagree with this and here's the reason why. And that is not only what has happened in this country, in this culture, the cowardice that are in men today, not to stand up to that politic. Remember, you're not standing up to women. We love women. You're standing up to a group politic that is leading these women down to a cul-de-sac that is going to end in a not too fun way. Now, when we come back, we got a couple other things we want to talk about. And one of them is not going to be Leon Panetta. So stay right there, folks.
It's the PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio with the star of our show, Fred Dreyer. You can email Fred incoming at crni.net. That's incoming at crni.net. Check him out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Real Fred Dreyer.